Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. And in this video also, so guys, in this video I will discuss about you know there are lots of tools available for troubleshooting, basically network troubleshooting. And in this I just collected 10 tools to discuss with you. And even you can troubleshoot host to host configuration if you are not able to, configuration is not able to, configuration is not performing well as per the requirement, and if you feel there should be a network issue, then you can use these tools to fix it even in network condition. So situation is very simple. You are a network administrator or IT professional. You got situation to fix the host to host troubleshooting or network issue. So the very first thing you should understand, guys, here I will be talking about 10 tools. Okay. And if you are dealing with any device, every device will have one operating system. Okay, whether it is Linux, Windows, anything, any device which is a networking device, it will have something to identify IP addressing, that is known as operating system only. Okay, so most operating system provide series of tools. So every operating system will give you lots of facilities, or tools, basically we should say tools, to verify IP address of that particular machine, whether it is biometric, or like even CC camera, or operating system, if I say Windows XP, Linux. So same thing here. For example, let me take you to this computer. Okay, I have two computer here. One is Windows 10, one is Windows Server 2008. So if I want to check IP address of Windows Server 2008, I can go to property of this LAN card, and I can find it out very easily. Okay, if I go to property of this LAN card status, and I'm selecting details, so it is telling me this is IP address, this is subnet mask, this is gateway. Okay, and if I go to Windows 10, here also I can find out from here by going to property of this. So this is how you can find. And the other thing, you have command. Okay, you can run cmd like command prompt, and here ipconfig, and give enter. So you will come to know IP addressing of this machine. So this is how every operating system will be providing you something to identify IP address. Very simple. Next, so guys, in that this is what I have mentioned here. If you go to property of LAN card, you will come to know about IP addressing. And even if it is configured to obtain IP address from DHCP server or manually, but you have to go to property of LAN card and you can collect the information about it. So this is what I just tried to mention there. If you go to ipconfig by command prompt, and you will have to use with syntax, or you can say I will tell you in the next slide what does it mean. So you will give you multiple information, like whether it is connected to DHCP or physical, static IP address, how you have assigned. Okay, so if I tell you here, as of now it is telling you only 4 things. Okay, you got IP address, subnet mask, and default gateway, nothing more than this, because you gave this much command, ipconfig. Very simple. And it is telling you Ethernet name also. It is connected to Ethernet adapter, Ethernet 0. And you are not seeing this much information. So what you need to do to get this much information? So guys, ipconfig can be used to display all current TCP/IP network configuration values and rephrase dynamic host control configuration protocol, that is known as DHCP, and domain name system DNS settings. Okay, very simple. And used without parameters, ipconfig display the IP address, subnet mask, and default gateway for all adapters. So just now I showed you here the same thing. If you go to command prompt and run this command, ipconfig, okay, without parameter, so you will get this much information only. So as of now it is showing you one is Ethernet adapter, Ethernet 0, and tunnel adapter, as a tab, that is tunnel, okay, for domain, and it is disconnected. So this is not required as of now. Most important thing is it is giving you information about all the adapter cards. Okay, very simple. Without all. Now what will happen here if you use with syntax or parameters basically. So guys, these are the syntax here. Okay, you can use multiple syntax with this ipconfig commands, like you can give ipconfig/all, renew, release, flushdns, display dns, register dns, show class id, couple of information, lots of uh, parameters you can use. So let me show you here only. Okay, the first parameter is ipconfig/all. So guys, here if you see what will happen, display the full IP configuration for all the adapters. Okay, without this parameters, ipconfig displays only IP, subnet and gateway. Just now I showed you here. An adapter can represent physical interface such as installed network adapter or logical interface such as dial-up connection and all. So the meaning of this very simple here. Let me take you to that machine once again. So here, this is, you can consider logical adapter. Okay, give /all now. Oh, remove this queue. And hit enter. Hit enter. So as you can see here, now you got this many information. Okay, you gave this command all, so now you have IP configuration information. This is my computer name and a couple of things here, but we want to know about IP addressing. So here you can see now you have more information like suffix, domain, and description of this network card, and physical address, MAC address, whether it is taking manual IP address or DHCP. Yes, it is taking for DHCP, and IP version 6 information, and here like lease information, lease, at what time it will be expired, this lease, and IP addressing. Okay, and here you can see DHCP IP version 6 ID also. Couple of things it is giving you information. So this is how you can use with parameters. Dial-up connections or logical interface, you can see once again here, this one, it is having more information now. Okay, DHCP is enabled. No, for this it is not enabled. Now next one is renew and release command. So guys, basically this command will be used at the time of IP address conflict. Okay, what happens if you are using DHCP? Okay, this is your DHCP server and you have two virtual machine. Okay, so both two machine, so both machine will be taking IP address automatically. But what happens, by mistake you got one more machine, okay, here, and you gave some IP address like 11 at the end of 11, like 192.168.0.11. Manually you have entered this IP address here and you forgot, or you have given this IP address to some other device manually, and the same IP address is given to this machine, and both machine came up at the same time. So in that condition there will be a message of IP address conflict. Okay, so in that scenario you can use this command, renew. You can run this command on one machine where you are getting conflict error, and you can fix this easily. So if this machine is taking the same IP address, like even it is taking .11 IP address by DHCP, so this DHCP will assign some other IP address which is free to this to this machine, this host computer. So in that condition it is very helpful. You just need to run this renew and release command. Okay, and this will work only if that host is configured to get IP address automatically. Okay, and even you can assign adapter name. So let me show you what I'm trying to say here. So guys, here I have DHCP server configured. Okay, this is my DHCP server, and as of now you can see here, I will show you. Okay, this is pool, this is address pool. I gave like 192.168.0.11 to 50. This many machines I can connect with this DHCP server, and I have one Windows 7 machine. This is my Windows 7 machine, and you show here a couple of things like it is getting IP address and it is configured to get IP address automatically. DHCP is enabled here. Even if you go to property, you can see here I have configured it to get IP address automatically. So if I get that error here, that conflict error, it will give you, I mean, that will keep coming constantly, continuously here. But as of now, I don't have any conflict here. So I will show you what I'm trying to say. So here you can run this ipconfig and slash renew. So what will happen? It will try to renew that IP address. Okay. So what will happen here, guys? I'm not facing any conflict. I don't have IP utilization more. So even if I run this, it will assign the same IP address again and again because I'm not facing any conflict. Very simple. And at the same time, you should run here release IP address also. So release. Okay. So you can see here it is trying to really renew that IP address which is available as of now. So Ethernet adapter 0 connection is specific, nothing is coming here. Earlier it was coming like this, so it is trying. So now once again if you run this command renew, so we'll see what is happening here. So the same thing again, it will connect to DHCP and get IP address, but it is not having any conflict. It is telling you the same IP address. Okay, but if you have conflict, then only you can use this command easily. Even you can run here with adapter name. So for example, you can see here if you have multiple adapters. For example, this is my first adapter here, Ethernet 0. So even you can give here Ethernet 0 and enter. Okay, if you have multiple adapter to renew, or if you are facing, for example, you have one more network, 172 network, and that is facing some issue, conflict issue. So there you can run this Ethernet also. That Ethernet name. I hope you understood what I tried to say here. Now I'll move to the next one. Yes, this is release. Okay, you should run this also. So it will send a DHCP release message to DHCP server to release the current DHCP configuration and discard the IP address configuration for either all adapters or if you specify any particular adapter here. And this parameter disables TCP/IP configuration adapter to obtain new. So what will happen? It will disable your this card. I mean to say here. Okay. When you run this command, it will disable it and it will be rephrased kind of thing. So if you see as of now this, it will be a PIPA IP address for time being, and then once this request goes to the server, it will assign some other IP address to this machine. As of now you can see this address leaves here, so it is given 11, but it is not refreshing, it is not changing. But in that condition it will change this IP address. So this is what release command and this renew command will work. Now I'll move to the next command here. So guys, that is called flushdns. Okay, flushdns is very important, very useful command. So flush and resets, what will happen here? It flushes and resets the content of the DNS client resolve cache. So the meaning is very simple. Sometimes what happens, it becomes conjunction or caching kind of information in DNS. So DNS server will store information about a particular route, or you can say, communication basically. If I'm going, or I have one machine, this machine is going to Google server again and again, and this is my DNS. So it will store this information. Okay, that is called caching. And second thing, like it will also cache information, like if I have 5 DHCP server or 5 domain controllers, so that information is also stored here. And sometimes it got stuck here and it is not able to reach to the particular DHCP server if you have changed that IP address on this particular machine. For example, what I'm trying to say, this is my client machine. Okay, and earlier I was using 192 network as a DHCP server on my domain controller. I changed this to 172 network. So it should take IP address from there, but it is not taking. So in that condition, what you can do, you can run this command. Okay, flush DNS. So it will, whatever DNS entry is there, because you will have to assign your 172 DHCP server or Active Directory domain controller IP address as a DNS to this client machine. So if you run this command, it will reset the DHCP configuration and will be taking new IP address or new configuration entry in DNS. So guys, during DNS troubleshooting, you can use this procedure to discard negative cache entries from the cache as well as any other entries that have been added dynamically. Okay, so let me show you what does it mean. So for example, if you go to this machine, okay, so here I'm not facing any problem, but I will show you. You can run this command. You can go to ipconfig once again and flushdns. Just skip this flushdns. Okay, so it is telling you like successfully flushed the DNS resolver cache. And what happens sometime you give proper this thing configuration to your host computer or client machine, but still it is not able to ping, still it is not able to communicate with your domain controller or DHCP server or DNS server. And that also, in that condition also, you can run this command and clear the DNS entries. So this is how you can use it, and very helpful. Next guys, display DNS. Okay, so what happens, what will happen here, displays the content of the DNS client resolver cache, which includes both entries preloaded from the local host files and any recently obtained resource record for name. So let me tell you, and little more, like any record for the name queries resolved by the computer or the DNS client service use this information to resolve frequently queried names quickly before querying its configured DNS server. Very simple. If you want to see the information about the DNS, what and all DNS it is taking or it is configuring from one computer, you can run this command. So let me show you this command also here. So once again here you should give display DNS and enter. So guys, here could not display the DNS resolver cache. It should give information. So let me connect this to my Wi-Fi and we'll see then. Oh, I think I disabled it. It is enabled. I should check Wi-Fi. So once I connect it, it will give you lots of information here. Okay, and let me go to this, and now if you see ipconfig, so what IP it is showing, I connected to some other network. Okay, still it is showing same. So let me go to this and just disable this LAN card once. I don't want this to communicate. It should communicate with some other. First of all, I should check, yes, it is connected. So now if I go to this, still it is telling same thing. Okay, once again I will run this command, ethernet renew release display DNS. So guys, you are getting this much information now. Okay, this is what I was trying to tell you. You can see if I go to top, you will have lots of entries of DNS. I gave this command on top. ipconfig here. Here I gave this command and it is coming this much information. Okay, this is officeclient.microsoft.com and you can see lots of information. So this is how you can run this command and use it. Now next, register DNS. You can run this command as well. So guys, what will happen here? Initiate manual dynamic registration for the DNS name and IP addresses that are configured at computer. Okay, you can use this parameter to troubleshoot a failed DNS name registration or resolve a dynamic update problem between a client and DNS server without rebooting the client computer. So you can run this command also. If you cancel this and give DNS registration here, register DNS and give entry. So if it is coming like this, then you should run this command prompt as administrator, and this will not give you this error. Run as administrator, yes. So ipconfig/register DNS, and you can see here it should give some information. Okay, it is initiated and you can check, it is telling you like the registration of the DNS resource record for all adapters of this computer has been initiated. Any error will be reported in the event viewer in 15 minutes. Okay, now we'll move to the next one. And guys, the DNS settings in the advanced property of the TCP protocol determine which name are registered in DNS. So the meaning is very simple. I'm talking about this one. Okay, if I go to property of this and this one, DNS IP version, so it is connected to now my Wi-Fi. Okay, and let me see this machine also, what it is telling. This is still connected to 10 only. This is my local network. Next guys, in this next command, that is known as the traceroute. So basically traceroute command we will run on routers. Okay, what will happen in this, the traceroute command, as the name implies, traces the route that packets takes to reach the host, and it will show you how many hops it takes to reach the destination. Okay, from source. Very simple. This allows you to diagnose potential networking bottlenecks. So for example, you have one router here, one router here, one router here, and one router here. And if you want to send any PC1 is here, and if you want to send some information from here, any packet to this, and if it is not delivering here, like this is PC2, so you can run this command and check out where it is dropping. Okay, this traceroute command. Similarly, we have tracert command. So we can run this tracert command on Windows machine. So guys, in this command prompt that's used to show several details about the path that packet takes from computer or device you are on to whatever destination you specify. You might also sometimes see that the tracert command referred to as the traceroute command. Okay, so traceroute and tracert command is the same, but it is depend on where you are applying it or where you are running it. So traceroute you can run on routers and like that, and tracert we can run on this machine. So we'll see. Even I will try to run this command on this client computer. So let me show you what I'm trying to say here. Now I will run this command here only because I am connected to internet. Okay, I gave this cmd, and first we'll try trace route. Okay, how you are getting it. So it is telling it is not recognized command, And I'm just giving you information how you can try. So just give traceroute without a space. So again, it is telling it is not recognized. Now you give tracert here. Okay, and it is telling you to assign parameters. You need to give parameters what you want, like -d, -h. So do not resolve address to host name, maximum number of hops to reach for target. Okay, like that you can assign. So once again, let me give like -d. Okay, oh -d. So let's see what is happening here. So again, it is telling you need to assign one specific destination. So destination, like I will give you google.com, and now I will give enter. So it will provide me how many networks, how many routers it is crossing. Okay, one by one. So guys, very simple. You can run this command. There are lots of parameters, like you can write -w without wait timeout milliseconds, so you will not see this side information, this millisecond information. Okay, and I will move to the next one. The next command is, there is one more command guys, that is known as, I just missed here, or I think yes I missed here, but I will tell you about it. That is also known as route print. Okay, that command is also used to troubleshoot networking issues. Very useful command. And here you can run one more cmd. I will run, and here I will give route print, ROUTE PRINT. Okay, route print. So this is also spelling mistake here. Very useful command. So it will provide you information about the complete route from source to destination. Okay, I gave this, and it is telling me like active routes, network destination, this many. Okay, and gateway, and interface list, route table. And what will happen if we give here once again google.com? I'm just giving for test purpose. Okay, so once again it is telling interface list from where it is going to where, and route table, active routes, and I did not get much information here about it. And let me try. It will not work. What I was trying to do, I was trying to connect my Active Directory. So let me go to this only, and here I will run. So what it is telling now, route print. Okay, I gave this, and if I give my Active Directory IP address 192.168.0.10, so what will happen? So it is not giving any information, because it is here only. This is basically we used to identify network outside, global network basically. Okay, why is the problem, or what is the situation? So simple thing you can see here, when I gave Google, so guys, very simple. If you want to see the list of the networks in between the path of source and destination, you can run this command, route print. And if you are dealing with this command, and if you are not able to understand what you should, you can use this question mark when you are giving command here. I just disconnected it. For example, here let me tell you about it. So if you can run ping, okay, or like ipconfig, and this slash and question mark, and give enter. So you can come to know what and all you can do as a parameter. If you are not good with, or you don't know what you can do with this parameter. So you can see here it is telling you all computers, renew, release, and first DNS, display DNS, register DNS, so class ID. These are the parameters you can run with this command. Okay, very simple. If you don't know, then you can use help question mark here, And guys, in this video, this much information I tried to brought you for you guys, and I hope it is informative. And if you feel it is informative, you know what you have to do. Just like, subscribe, comment and share. So I will meet you in next video. Till then, bye bye.